in partnership with CommSec.
The eastern suburbs, we've got one of the icons of Sydney's eastern suburbs with us today, in Tom Piotrowski. I've seen him at Double Bay in the past, where $17 I paid for a beer last year. Can't remember what the brand was, Tom, but Jane's got a point there. But they're not going to touch that beer excise. Anyway, I'm just on a rant here. I don't expect you to comment. I just like you. How's our markets looking today?
Pete, so much has been covered in those few words. It's hard to recover. $17 for a beer is definitely that's got to be some kind of a PB, I would have thought.
It is. Anyway, onto the markets. How are we shaping up today?
It's hard. So we had the US markets return from their Thanksgiving holiday on Friday evening, and they finished with creditable gains, Pete, but it's more a matter of ruling a line under a record-breaking month, and that's literally. So on Friday, we had the Dow and the S&P 500 up by 0.4% and 0.6% respectively. But in monthly terms, you had the Dow up by 7.5%. You had the S&P 500 up by 5.7%. In each case, that was the best monthly performance in a year. So this is important context for the month of November, which of course contained that important catalyst of the US election. So that momentum continued, and we saw long and short-term interest rates continue to move lower. So we harp on about what the Fed's going to do at its next meeting, Pete, but over the course of the last week, we have seen interest rates fall dramatically and in the order of about 0.25%. So this is an important outcome for financial markets, but particularly when it comes to US technology stocks. So over the course of the month, we had the Nasdaq up by 6.2%. That leaves us with the prospect of a small improvement this morning, 0.2% for the ASX 200. But on Saturday, we saw some encouraging economic news out of China as it relates to manufacturing activity. So the hope being that that might sustain commodity prices, with the exception of oil, which was down by about 4% on Friday. But we saw mining and materials stocks do quite well in US and European trade. So the hope being that that reverberates through the local picture today.
All right, Thomas, thank you. We'll talk to you soon.